Okay, hello. Hopefully the last video for today. I'm pumping out a load of videos today, just because it's been raining. I ain't got anything else to do. Well, I got tons of other stuff to do, but anyway, sidetracked already. The Porsche 944. Okay. Oh boy. Um, this car, the Porsche 944. I'm going to talk a little bit about Porsche as well. Porsche is absolutely kind of loaded, and its heritage has its ties back to Volkswagen, and obviously that symbol in itself is the VW, the Auspis Maria type symbolism. Very interesting. The ties back with World War II. I mean, you know, it, it's got a lot of connections. Porsche does, okay. And of course, this is kind of like I kind of have talked about Porsches before a few times. Obviously, it's one of these cars. It actually shows up in. Let's see if I've got it here. It actually shows up in Who's That Girl? Okay, the Porsche that is chasing or at least tailing Madonna's character in Who's That Girl, right? And so you can see on this number plate, it's got the 259. So the 59, is that day after 49, which is the day we're looking at. We're actually looking at the midnight hour, I would say, between 49 and 59 as the sort of reset point, the collapse of the Hoover Dam. Okay, so this is very interesting to do with all of that, the number plate and everything. But I don't want to get bogged down too much. So this is in Who's That Girl? And of course, this train that's just gone by, if you've seen it, the two locos that are at the start of I might only have one locomotive, I don't know. But anyway, it's the same locomotives that are in Back to the Future. Okay, or at least, they synchronize with that same, they're the same company. Okay, I don't know if they're exact same locos, they got different numbers on them maybe. But I can't really remember my other decodes on the exact numbers that were on these things. But yeah, it's the same locomotive in Back to the Future that smashes up the DeLorean, right? So, and Nicky Finn and Loudon Trott have just sort of gone in front of this train in the Rolls Royce, yeah? She's kind of taken charge of the Rolls Royce, and the Rolls Royce is the temple. And again, the Rolls Royce shows up in Back to the Future. Just as Marty is about to have his crash, he decides not to race Needles. And again, I've got a video from ages ago. It's like called something to do with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, yeah, because Needles is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers that we just had in the end Olympics handover ceremony. And so Flea is in that. Flea is in the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and one of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, which is the Cayenne Pepper, or Cayenne Pepper, is another car that is produced by Porsche, and it's a 4x4 SUV type vehicle. So there you get your 44 reference, okay? And of course 44 is super duper important. Let me show you now. So this is the 944. So we've got the double four in there, but here we are with the middle of the Queen's Cross. These are all Fibonacci type sequences. There's 3 different sequences, okay? Fibonacci, Lucas numbers, and what I call pi numbers, okay? Go to the back catalogue and there's more information back there if you're interested in this stuff. But anyway, this is the center. The balance point of the whole thing is 4-4. You'll see that birthday, actually, I think the lawyer out of Jurassic Park, the one that gets eaten on the toilet, I think he was a 4-4 birthday. And there's a couple other people. There was another 4-4 birthday that I come across recently as well. But anyway, 4-4. So this is interesting with the Porsche 944, okay, and then the 48. We'll go to 48 hours in a minute if I remember. I've got the tab up. But again, Eddie Murphy film, 48 Hours, with the he also drives a Porsche Speedster in that, okay? So the whole idea of Porsche, it kind of doesn't really matter what vehicle they're driving, whether it's be the 944, a Speedster, or the 911, it's all connecting back. And, you know, you've got to put your hand up and say big thank you to 88 Finiston Porsche, because he's really the one that really shone the light on the Porsche 911 and all its connections to that event. Okay, so anyway, where are we going with this? I'll just show you a few more odds and sods here. Oh dear. Let's show you the Gematria Porsche Speedster. Hopefully I put Speedster right in there. That's spelt right, I'm not sure. I think it is. Porsche. So the Porsche itself, an 84. Remember what Sandra was saying? 8 months into the year and 4 days is the 4th of September. 8 months and 4 years into the year is. So 8-4 ties very, very nicely back to the 9-4 event, possible 9-4 event. Okay, and again, the Speedster, look, we got it in reverse. In the reverse reduction here, we've got an 8-4, and there's a lot of other interesting numbers right here. The 33, the 105. I mean, and then the 195 as well. Very interesting stuff. Let me show you. Well, let's the film Another 48 Hours. Okay. With Nick Nolte in it as well. And I mean, you can just tie these characters back to so many other films that are, 96 minutes. There we go. We got the 9-6. Again, Marty's birthday. Michael J. Fox's birthday. 6-9. Super duper important. The yin and the yang, the beginning and the end, the twins, however you want to look at it. The flip side of, the opposite thing, the opposite and equal reaction. Here's a picture of the actual Porsche in 48 hours. Notice the number plate, I'm pretty sure, says 487 and back. And this is really interesting with the 487 and back. Okay, so the 48 obviously is the middle of the Queen's Cross here, which I just showed you. Okay. The 48 is the middle of this thing. This is the balance point for this table, the Queen's Cross. If I go to one of my other tables, which is the chart of Lorraine, okay, now let's look in here. The middle of the table in here is this point right. Let's put a thing on, hang on. The middle of the table right here is this point right here. Oh dear, that's not a very good point. But that point right there between 18 and 11 is the midpoint. There's a special balance point, okay? Again, the special balance point is really this whole column right here, okay? This whole column is really that special balance point, okay? And so you'll notice that, well, we're going to talk about the 148 number again, okay? And, that ties in with the days of the year here with the 139. And also the start of Lucas numbers with this 21 at the start of it, which I didn't mention on the last video about the 12 monkeys. But again, when we go from 8, boy, I need to do a whole nother video on this really. But when we go from that 8-14 date, when they did when we've got the 12 monkeys pox now, and we go the 21 days, it's going to take us to 49, okay? And if you've watched my other videos that do the number jumps within Lucas numbers, you'll know that 28 days later takes us to 9/11. So the 28 and 21 right at the start is super duper important. And I'm just really glossing over a lot of stuff when I'm talking about this. But this number 7 column, that's really should be in here if you think about it, right? So again, I've lost my train of thought now. Again, the 4, 8, and 7. Those are all numbers to do with like balance, yeah. The middle of the table, yeah. We're looking about the 4, 8, right, which can be 4, 9 as well, and then the 7 the 7 column to do with balance, yeah? And then back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Okay. Oh, let's look at some of the other pictures, because of course it's not only, well, they've got a sequel to, that's actually probably the sequel, isn't it, where he gets it out of storage, I think. I can't remember which, it's been so long since I've seen 48 Hours and Another 48 Hours. So they've got the 48 Hours and a sequel to that, Another 48 Hours. And of course, Eddie Murphy are just loaded as well. In fact, it's just everywhere. I don't know what to say. It's just everywhere. Other films. Oh, there's Bad Boys with Porsche, some kind of Porsche 911 there. What else have we got? I really wanted to pick out the. Hang on a minute. Well, anyway, I don't have. Oh, there it is. Here's Top Gun. Well, that looks like the one out of Top Gun. Top Gun. Okay, that's the Speedster appears there as well, and obviously Doc Hollywood. This has kind of sparked all of this with the Speedster and Doc Hollywood. So Porsche just loaded, just absolutely loaded. I just want to show you those 2 number jumps real quick, okay? And the importance of this 148 number, which is kind of the hidden start point for Lucas numbers, okay? I know that doesn't make a lot of sense to people just listening to this fresh, but if you go back and watch some of my videos, especially since Christmas time, if you watch some of these videos, you will really get an idea of what's going on here. If we go from 9/4, yeah, April the 9th, and come through to 9/4, it's 148 days. That's kind of special. So we get this. So we've got this reference here now to the 14/8, the 8/14 date, when we have the POX announced, okay? And so the other number jump I wanted to show you, which is back to the other day of another big event, was the was if we go back from 9/4, okay, and we go back 48 days, okay, we are back at the 18th of July. And the 18th of July was the CrowdStrike computer nonsense, okay? The reason why it was that day, if you haven't seen my video yet, the reason why it was that date, because if you take the time at where the company is located in Texas, the actual date when the thing was released was actually 7/18 at 11:09 at night, okay, which then jumps over to 4:09 in the morning, like standard, like universal time, like I guess that's probably Greenwich Mean Time. Okay, so standard time is what all computers are on, or whatever, all that kind of business stuff is stuck on. Okay, so just universal time, yeah. Anyway, so there's our 7. That's our 187 connection, 48 days, and we're through to 9/4. Okay, so it's just interesting, these connections back with these dates. Okay, and of course it all ties back into the dollar bill. It's all in the dollar bill. Okay, and Lady Diana, another one of those folds in the dollar bill will get you to the D, the letter D, and the I that is in the middle of it, which is a 49. Okay, or a 41 if you take the number as a 41, as a D1, or you take the 1 as an I, okay? So you can jump backwards and forwards between 4/1 and 4/9 with that fold in the dollar bill, which is very interesting with the clock tower stopping at 10:04, 4/1. Okay, anyway, I'm getting really sidetracked talking about all kinds of other stuff in here. Just another one of these connections. Okay, thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.